Hey everybody, for today's video we're going to work on a project that I've been digging around with for a while. Obviously wasn't the top of the list by any means, but you know, it's been living in my head and I just kind of want to get it done. So I'm just going to do a quick mount from this year's deer that I got. You know, nice looking. Is it the biggest? No. Dude, is it kind of broke a little bit there? Yeah, but it's the biggest one that I had seen this year. And it was opening weekend. I believe it was Sunday. Might have been 2:30. Could have been 3. But anyway, still decent. It was still 40-some degrees or whatever. But the wind was coming up. A front was coming in, and it was going to get cold. Big boy stepped out of the one shelter belt and I was in the other. So it was about a 300-yard shot and one shot. So I'm not going to argue with that. But anyway, we'll do a quick, just a quick horn mount. All right, so when I originally removed this from the rest of the skull, you know, it just did a basically a rough cut with the Sawzall or hacksaw. I can't remember which one I used. Obviously not precision cutting by any means. And like I said, this is not some trophy mount once in a lifetime. But you know, it adds to the man cave decorations, which is always cool. So to get it to sit up against the way I kind of want it to sit, I'm gonna shave some of this off. And to do that, I'm just gonna use the belt sander. There we go. So I got that so it's not sticking out. So then when I put it against the board, then it won't be causing me problems. Now sometimes when I do this, I just mount them like this. Now if you're, this is gonna hang in my garage, so it's not like I'm too worried about bugs or if it smells a little bit for a while. If that were the case for you, you would probably want to remove all of the hair and skin and clean it and make sure that you don't have any issues. But for me, yeah, it's not really going to cause a problem. But what I am going to try this time, which I haven't done, is I'm going to try wrapping the middle with some jute twine here. Honestly, I don't know how this is going to work because I've never tried this before. So we'll see. I don't know if that'll look good or not, but do like a clove hitch or something to start it. Put that around behind. And if I don't like it, I can always take it back off. But, I don't know. A little different look. Mainly, I just want to cover up the bone was the real reason I was thinking about doing this. Because I hang these, kind of up on my rafter. So then you would be looking up at that bone, and then I might hear something from the wife. So avoid that. And I'm just doing wraps. Oh, and this jute twine, I just picked it up at Menards, so I'm sure you can get it at any box store. And it's kind of an experiment. And I don't want it to look like completely precision either, so when I get to this other side here, it's gonna angle a little bit again. I'll hold that, come over here. Like I said, the main thing is I just wanted to kind of cover up that bone. I got this side's a little bit showing yet. Would I get a purple at the county fair? Probably not. It's getting a little thick on this side though. I don't know if I like that. Okay, since it looks a little thick there, I'm gonna wind back through the middle a little bit. Kind of even out the density. And cover up this spot here. That actually looks pretty good now. Okay, so now get a cutter. Must be time to sharpen that knife again. Okay, now I could use some E6000 or something, but I will just tie it back into itself. And then when we wire it onto the board, it will hold it too. All right, so there's the end. That's gonna be there. That one I'll probably nip off. That was where I started. So, okay, I'll do that quick. And then get a board to mount it on, and we'll go from there. All right, so as I said, I've kind of been dinking around with this project a little bit. So a lot of times I'll use like barn wood or, I don't know, an old piece of wood that may have been laying in the pasture or something. I had a piece of this old baseboard that was laying around. I thought that might be kind of cool. So I've already got 2 holes drilled in it. So I'm gonna need 4 so I can diagonal the wires. Looks like if I come over to about there. So I'll put 2 more in here. got her in the jaw horse. Thinking about there. Now these don't have to be exact. Just, you know, make sure that they're covered in the end. Okay. They're a little crooked, but you can you can adjust that when you're wiring it up there. So basically, it'll sit like that. We'll wire it up. But I'm gonna lop a little bit off of one side the way it looks, so that way it's centered. Can't remember why. I think this. I don't know if there might have been a hole there already. That's where I drilled that first one. But I'll get that done and we'll be back. All right, so I got it so it's pretty close to even on each side. Again, we're not taking this to any award shows or anything like that. So I got one of the wires diagonally across just so it wouldn't fall over while I was explaining. Okay, so what am I using for wire? Oh, I had some galvanized electric fence wire laying around. Basically, whatever happens to be laying around. I could have used baling wire, whatever, but go ahead, cut off about yay. Put it back in there so it doesn't unspool on you. Alright, so then I just, like I said, diagonal, get this one in, maybe, why are you being a pain? There we go. Okay, got the bottom one in. And got the top one in. Okay, make sure I'm twisting the right wires together. You can give them a pull to tighten them up a little bit. Those two go together. There we are. And if you've got some excess, go ahead and cut that now so you don't forget. You know, if you really wanted to get fancy, you could router a little bit back there to keep that completely flush. But like I said, I'm mounting it like to the rafters in my garage, so with probably some drywall screws. So it's not going to be noticeable. You know, sometimes good enough's good enough. Don't get me wrong, I have OCD just like everybody else, but mine's more like process. So like this little project didn't mean a whole lot, but it was in my head, so I needed to get it done, that type of stuff. Okay, so now start tightening these. Okay, tighten the other one. see how she's sitting on there. Not too bad. There we go. Then these I'll just go like that on the back side. And voila. So nothing too fancy. Didn't spend any money really on it either. So we'll mount that. I may just have to tweak it a little bit, tighten one side or the other so when I get it where I want it. But there we go. If you want to, write the year on the back of there with a Sharpie so you don't forget when you got that one. Or on the front, or, you know, however you want to do it. It's up to you. But there you go. There's my quick down and dirty horn mount. So, as always, take care, and thanks for watching.